Hi, this is Carlos Diaz, Library Associate at St. John the Baptist Parish Library, and this is a book talk. Today's book talk is In the Distance, a novel by Hernan Diaz. A young Swedish boy finds himself penniless and alone in California. He travels east in search for his brother, moving on foot against the great push of the West. Driven back repeatedly on his journey through vast expanses, Hakan meets naturalists, criminals, religious fanatics, Indians, and lawmen, and his exploits turn him into a legend. Diaz defies the conventions of historical fiction and genre, travel narratives, the Bildungsroman, nature writing, and the Western, offering a probing look at the stereotypes that populate our past and a portrait of our radical foreignness. I'm going to read an excerpt from this great book. At first, it was a contest, but in time, the beast understood that, with an embrace and the slightest push, they had to lie down on their side and stay until Hakan got up. He did this each time he thought he spied on someone on a circular horizon. Had Hakan and his animals ever been spotted, the distant travelers would have taken the vanishing silhouettes for a mirage. But there were no such travelers. The moving shadows he saw almost every day in the distance were illusions. With the double intention of getting away from the trail and the cold, he had traveled south for days. And that's it. What we have here is a great story well told. To be honest with you, I first read Trust, which was a Pulitzer Prize winner by Mr. Diaz. And yes, we both have the same last name. Trust was the 2022 and 2022 Pulitzer Prize winner, along with another book that it tied for, which was a Copperfield. Great story, Demon Copperhead. And what makes Hernan Diaz a great writer is that he writes about history, historical fiction, but he takes a different idea, a different point of view, a different perspective on historical writing. Whereas historical writing tends to they take the text and the context to give you the story. Hernan Diaz, the way he does historical writing is that he gives you these characters and he incorporates them with historical figures, but these characters are so well drawn, so well written that you think that they lived in that time, that they were of that time and of that place, and they speak and they talk and they look of that era. And that's what makes a story so rich. And just to let you know, the writing is gorgeous. It is beautiful. The way it's written, the story. The critics loved it absolutely. It is a gorgeously written novel. It is strange and transporting. The prose is unbroken in its horizon. It's exquisite. It's assured and it's masterful. And you can read this book in one sitting because, believe it or not, In the Distance is only 250 pages. And I really enjoyed reading this book. It captivates you. It's what literature is supposed to do. It's supposed to give you empathy so you can care about the plight of other characters. And it definitely did that for me. I enjoyed it. And listen, I can really see this book being adapted into an anthology series or even a movie and a popular streaming service. I can see this being adapted in many different ways. It is just that good. Hernan Diaz is an excellent writer. I recommend you to read Trust or to read any of his works. But In the Distance is really excellent. It really captures that moment in time in American history, which was only 200 years old, 248 years old. But it's also a story about a boy and his coming of age, and he's an immigrant, and those type of stories, they resonate with me. And stories of immigrants are very important at any moment in time, especially in the present. But I highly recommend the story. It is easy to come by. You can get your own print copy wherever wherever books are sold. You can pick up a copy, and again, it's only 250 pages. The holidays are upon us, and if you need something to escape from the everyday commotion of the holiday season, I highly recommend you to pick up a copy of In the Distance by Hernan Diaz. Thank you very much. This was a book talk, and happy holidays.